Right, hi everyone, and welcome to Warren's Team Talk. I hope you're all well and having a great day. And thanks very much for coming and seeing me today. And what we're going to do today, we've got the Warren's Team Talk Match Day Live. We're going to be covering the games that are going to kick off at 3 o'clock and watch all the ups and the downs and the drama as it unfolds. So I'm sure that's going to be absolutely superb. Because it always is. It's always some drama, and it's the only thing in the world, this show, that has more drama associated with it than Arsenal Football Club, and that is saying something. Let me tell you. So there's a few chats in the chat room, and Tony Blackwell says looking forward to some good banter, goals, celebrations, and deliberation today, Warren. Okay, mate. Well, I'll do my best for you, my old son. I hope you're having a great day, Tony. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Taib says hi, Tony. And it's the Aussie Gooner. Hi, Warren. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Geez, what time is it where you are? You must be about... God knows what time of day it is out there, but surely it's early morning, isn't it? Early Sunday morning. Surely you've got better things to be doing than watching me early on a Sunday morning. But anyway, Tony Blackwell says, hi, Taib, how's you? And the Aussie Gooner says, come on, West Ham United. Yeah, man, well, a draw would be nice, wouldn't it? A draw would be nice for us. Yeah, anyone who hasn't seen the Aussie Gooner show, go and check him out. He's got an excellent channel. He's had some great guests on there. He recently had Kenny Ken on there having a chat, which was great, especially the bit at the beginning when they were talking about the Ashes. That was quite entertaining. Yeah, but go and check him out. He does some really, really great videos. He really breaks it down really well and gives a really detailed explanation and breakdown of upcoming matches and does reviews as well. And he's a great guy, and he's got excellent knowledge about the Arsenal. So go and check him out, and football in general, really. And he also gets involved with a channel called the Football Capital, which is another great channel. So yeah, go and check him out. It's great stuff. Tony says, afternoon, Warren. Good to see you on Diesel's show last night. Yeah, mate, I loved it. I really did. I'm really glad to see Diesel back. It's great stuff. And Aussie Gooner says, almost 2 a.m., mate. Oh, my God. Jesus. You really are hardcore, man. Jesus, 2 o'clock in the morning. And Tony Blackwell says, big up the Aussie Gooner. We need to beat United today, says Tony. Aussie Gooner, Tony's a massive West Ham fan. Just so you know. Cheers, Warren. Much appreciated, mate. Seriously. No, absolute pleasure, mate. Seriously, I really like your channel, and anything I can do to help it, I'm going to. Tony Blackwell says, guess James went to the game today, Warren, although he won't be happy with the result. Yeah, they lost, didn't they? But I don't know how they played. I don't know what happened. But I know that apparently before the game, Duncan Ferguson just walked into some local hotel and bought everyone in the bar drinks. I don't know what all that was about, but yeah, big Duncan Ferguson strolled into some bar in near Everton's ground and went and bought everyone a drink. Honestly, he's a madman. He really is. And the Aussie Gooner says, cheers, Tony Blackwell. And the Aussie Gooner will subscribe to your channel. Yeah, Tony, do, because it's great. He's a really, really good lad, honestly. Even if he does go on about the cricket too much for my liking, but still, never mind. Big Dunk showing his big pockets, right? Yeah, he's a top man, isn't he? He really is. Anyway, so the teams are out. So today's games we're looking at are Brentford against Wolves, Leeds against Newcastle, and Man United against West Ham. And this is the league table. Well, it was up until before today's games, earlier ones that kicked off, like the Everton game. Manchester City were top, Liverpool was second, Chelsea third, West Ham were in fourth, Tottenham were in fifth, Arsenal in sixth, Man United in seventh, and Wolves in eighth. And big shock for me was seeing that Norwich had managed to get themselves out of the relegation zone with that win last night at Watford. So, yeah, this league table, guys, is the league table before this week's match days kicked off. So, Wolves won 3-0 last night at Watford, and that's taken them out of the relegation zone and pushed Watford into it. So, yeah, it's... And Everton now, they're only 3 points ahead of Norwich. Jeez, man, that's looking really, really scary, man. And Arteta out, says Ty. Yeah, man, but I don't think he's going anywhere fast, mate. I've heard rumours that he's being offered another contract, but still. Anyway, so this is the lineups for the Brentford and Wolves match. I've got these off Twitter. The Brentford team, there's Lossell, Ayer, Janssen, Pinnock, Kanyos, Jensen, Norgard, not Odegaard, Norgard, Janelt, Henry, Mbuemo, and Tony. And then Wolves have got Jose Sarr, Nelson Semedo, Maximilian Kilman, Connor Cody, Totti Gomez, Rayant Muri, Leander Dendonka, Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Daniel Podence, and Fabio Silva. And then the formations for this game, Brentford are going with a 3-5-2, and Wolves are going with a 3-5-2 as well. So I don't know what to think about this game, but I think really, given current form and how defensively solid Wolves are, I think Wolves will win it by 1 or 2-0. That's what I think. I don't know what anyone else thinks. Put your predictions in about what you think is going to happen in today's games. That would be amazing. And the Aussie Gooner says Everton are buggered, mate. Yeah, it's not looking good for them, man. It really isn't. I think they're really in a bad shape. It's not looking good at all. Tony Blackwell says Warren in the chat was going to ask, how do you feel about the board looking to offer Arteta's 2-year contract extension? Mate, I'm absolutely seething. I just can't believe it. I just all this time, I've been fighting this appointment since before he got appointed. I didn't want him. The reason I didn't want him, because he didn't have any experience. I was thinking, how can you put a man who's got no experience of a job of managing a football club in charge of running a club the size of Arsenal? It's just madness. Honestly, I can't think of one multi-billion, because it is multi-billion, multinational company that would employ a novice to run it for them. It just would not happen. It's crazy. But still, that's what I think. I can see Wolves smacking Brentford. Yeah, I think it'll be. I have to say, I don't know, but you just don't know with Brentford what they're going to do. But Wolves have been really solid defensively, and I can see them winning 2-0. So this is the starting lineup for Leeds and Newcastle. Leeds are going with Meslier and goal, and Dallas, Struck, Loriente and Ayling in the back four. Then Kosh and Klish. Kosh and Klish. I love it. Kosh and Klish. Fucking hell, man. Kosh and Klish. Surely that's not right. Someone's fucking having a laugh. And then they're also going with Harrison, Rodrigo, and Rafinha and James up front. Oh my God. And Newcastle, they're going with Martin Dubravka, Kieran Trippier, Jamal Lascelles, Fabian Schär, Paul Dummett, John Joe Shelby, Joe Willock, Joel Linton, Ryan Fraser, Alan St. Maximin, and Chris Wood. And then their formations, Leeds. Let me see if that's right. Yeah, it's Kosh and Klish. Kosh and Kilsh. Jesus, it's just unreal. Anyway, Leeds are going with a 4-1-4-1, and that's Aussie Gooner's favourite formation. I'm only joking, Aussie Gooner, mate. And then Leeds are going with a 4-3-3. Jesus, a lot of chats in here. Let's see what this is all about. And Aussie Gooner says 2-1 Wolves. Yeah, I can't really see, going on the form and stuff, I can't really see Wolves scoring, South Brentford scoring more than one. Definitely not, because Wolves just look so solid. Tony Betwell saying Wolves 3, Leeds 1, Leeds Newcastle draw, West Ham 2-1, and Villa to beat Everton 1. Yeah, well, that's funny. It reminds me of a story I need to tell you about the bookies, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. And Taib says, cock and clit, laugh out loud. And man, that's what he said. It was bonkers. And ha, like Burke and Ha. Yeah. And what was that one in the World Cup years ago that was the Moroccan team, and they had Egg and Chip in the team? They had two players, no joke, called Egg and Chip, and Big Ron Atkinson thought it was hilarious. And the Aussie Gooner says Kalashnikov is a player, laugh out loud. Oh my God, my pronunciations are dreadful. Alice says stay home sport XYZ. Okay, I'm not really sure what that's about, but if you want to explain it, Alice, I'll be happy to talk about it. And another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. What that's all about. And Aussie Gooner goes blooming 4-1-4-1. Absolutely, man. It's a madhouse. And Taib says, remember Shabalala. Mate, that's wild. Now, let's see. The last one, Man United against West Ham. Right, so United are going with De Gea, Maguire, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Fred, Bruno Fernandes, Varane, Dalot, Alex Telles, Laganga, and McTominay. And West Ham, Tony, for you, they've gone with Areola, Kufal, Dawson, Zuma, Cresswell, Rice, Soucek, Lanzini, Fornals, Bowen, and Antonio. And the lineups, the formations, United are going for a 4-3-3, and West Ham are going for a 4-2-3-1. Now, this is a really interesting game because it sees a return to Old Trafford of the West Ham manager, David Moyes. So he was talking about his time at Old Trafford this morning on Radio 5 Live, and was saying about one of his biggest regrets is that it didn't really work out for him at Old Trafford. But there you go. Because I honestly, I do rate him. I think he's a good manager. Tactically, he's very astute. I've got question marks about. Used to have question marks about his ability to get a team to play on the front foot, but he seems to be doing all right with West Ham. I don't know what you think, Tony. I don't know how you feel about him as a manager now, but Aussie Gooner says, think Alice is a troll. Yeah, if she puts it in again, she's going to get blocked. It's just bloody ridiculous. I'm not having that. And the Aussie Gooner says, Agent Maguire in the squad. Good for the Hammers. Come on, West Ham. There will be bubbles. Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah. And the Aussie Gooner, she definitely is. Just gonna leave her be, but if she puts another one in saying something like that, then she's gone. Aussie Gooner says 4-2-3-1 is the superior formation, Warren. Well, it is for me because I think it's really adaptable. You can it's very flexible formation in my opinion, because you can turn it into a 4-5-1, you can turn it into a 4-3-3. Do anything you want with it, really. But yeah, 4-1-4-1 is just a bit mad. I just don't think it's a particularly sensible way of setting up a team, because I just think it leaves you a bit open. Like, if you've only got one defensive midfield player and you come up against a team who's really good in midfield, you're going to struggle to get possession of the ball, in my opinion, anyway. So let's see what's the time. Must games be kicking off soon. So yeah, let's see. Let's click the that's what I was going to talk to you guys about. Is this business that's blown up about Granit Xhaka? Now, been wondering for a while, all these sending offs and bookings and all the rest of it, and all this madness that keeps happening to him in games. I started to think, what's going on with this fella? Why does this keep happening? And then I started thinking, is he doing it deliberately? Now I'm beginning to think that he may have been, because there was that game against Leeds where he got booked in the 85th minute, and that person had, 60 odd grand on him to get booked in a spot bet in the 85th minute or something. So it makes me wonder whether all these red cards and whatnot, he's been doing it deliberately. I know it sounds a bit mad, but I am very interested in conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So maybe it's my suspicious nature, but I just think that there's more to it, and I'm wondering whether he's doing it deliberately and he's involved with that betting syndicate. That because apparently the FA are investigating Arsenal and him over it, because apparently there was loads of really suspicious betting activities over him getting that yellow card. So I don't know what you guys think. Against the 4-3-3, they will be able to overload the wings. Yeah, potentially, definitely. Yeah, that could happen if you're not careful, for sure. And the Aussie Gooner says, my bad, with a 4-2-3-1, they can overload the wings. Yeah, well, yeah, because a lot of the players are all bunched in the centre. That's what I quite 4-2-3-1 is a really good formation, but you need to have players that are really disciplined in order for it to work effectively. You can't have, like, how can I explain it? You can't have someone like Granit Xhaka playing in a 4-2-3-1 because he will do some madness and leave you completely exposed. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but you need to have the right personnel for a 4-2-3-1. But it is very flexible, like I said, because it enables you to shift the formation around a bit and make it more flexible. Xhaka and the Bruce Lee fly kicks, I always thought he wanted to just get sent off to go on holiday. Maybe, man, but I'm telling you, there's a story. I don't know if you heard about it in Australia, but there was a story came out here that there was suspicious betting activity for the game against Leeds away, the one where we won 4-1, and he got a free kick in the 85th minute, and he got booked for time wasting, right? But apparently there was loads of really suspicious betting activity around him getting a yellow card. And I'm just wondering whether that he's been doing this for a long time. And that's why he keeps getting all these really dodgy yellow and red cards all the time, because he's had a lot. And this season, he's had 2 already. He's had 2 red cards already. And we're just about halfway through the season. It's just bonkers. Tony says, Xhaka's saying he won't change his ways, laugh out loud. Mate, they need to get him out of the bloody club. That's what I think. Tony says, yeah, dodgy Xhaka, dodgy Arteta, dodgy Arsenal. It's all dodgy. Xhaka obviously not getting paid enough. Laugh out loud. Oh, God, don't give him any more money. Jesus Christ, we want to get him out, not make him want to stay. Hard work, formation. The players that move forward and attacks must come back to defend. Absolutely, Aussie Gooner. Requires a lot of work, saying some cases players can be intact, but they must return to defend. Yeah, exactly. And that was a problem we used to have under Arsene Wenger. Like we all go piling forward in attack, but then when the attack broke up, no one would bother to come back. It was just a madness. And then Aussie Gunner says, Warren, I think you're right about the betting scandal. Sounds spot on. He could be corrupt. Well, yeah, he could be. It's just an idea I had because it just keeps happening. Like him giving away stupid free kicks, giving away penalties, making mistakes that lead to goals, all these sorts of things. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just an idea that it went through my head because I was thinking, what is it with this guy? Why does he keep fucking doing it all the time? Because ever since he's been at Arsenal, it's been the same story. He keeps doing it. And apparently when he was in Germany, he was the same. He kept doing it there as well. When he was playing in Germany, he kept giving away free kicks and kept getting booked and sent off all the time. But, you know, it's just a bit mad. Let's close that. And let's just see what's going on with these games, see if anything's happening with these games. So the games have started, so that's good. About 5 minutes gone so far, and there's no goals yet. Let's get the old text commentary on so that we can keep an eye on what's happening. So Brentford 0, Wolves 0. Apparently, João Martinho curls one in from the left, and Fabio Silva flicks it on. He's a long way out and can only head it miles wide. Wolves found a few pockets of space though. So looks like it's going fairly well for Wolves at the Brentford Community Stadium. A decent start from West Ham too. Jared Bowen is hurried by Alex Telles. Fucking hell, that's terrible. He looks like me. Jesus. But the visitors keep the ball at the back with Craig Dawson. Yeah, hold on. This geezer is standing there with no shirt on. I mean, it's bad enough that he's got no shirt on with that bloody physique. But it's fucking, what is it? 22nd of January. Jesus Christ. Honestly, the Geordies, man, they're mad. There's probably about, where's that game being played as well? Is it? Yeah, so they're playing away at Leeds, right? So it's probably, what's the temperature here? So at the moment, where I am in the southeast of England, it's about 5 degrees, right? So I can guarantee you that in Leeds, it's probably about fucking 1 or 2 degrees, something like that. Jesus, these people, they're off their heads. They're mad. So that has to be the image of the day. It really does. I mean, look at him. Look at his mullet as well. Jesus Christ. It's bonkers. Yeah, so Steven Gerrard will be very happy with that 1-0 win at Everton. That's for sure. Declan Rice drives into the box, but his shot is blocked. Man United to go up the other end. Bruno Fernandes slides in. Mason Greenwood, but his shot is also blocked. So, Tony, it looks like it's going fairly okay for West Ham at the minute, mate. So, and Dawson nearly gifted United a goal. He passed it straight into Fernandes' path, says Tony. And then Ossie Gooner says, I'm on the West Ham United match. Good, man. If something happens and I don't see it, let me know, Ossie Gooner. Tony Blackwell says, did you see that ball from Dawson, Ossie Gooner? Warren, how did you get a pic of me? Laugh out loud. Laugh my arse off. I thought you were a West Ham fan, not a Newcastle United one, mate. Bruno dives, says the only. Well, no surprises there, mate. Oh, here we go. Look, that geezer in the crowd, a Newcastle fan, a manageable 6 degrees in Leeds today, which is good news for this chap. Although you get the sense he was going shirtless, even if it was -1. Bloody hell. What a carry on. Decent chance for Brentford on the break. It's drilled in from left by Vitaly Janelt and only inches away from the outstretched toe of Sergio Canos. Dion Dublin says, I like Brentford. I like their attitudes, what the man is asking them to do. I don't have any worries for Brentford at all. I like the way they play the game. good players enjoying playing in the Premier League. Leeds 0, Newcastle 0. Things have settled down after a decent start by Leeds, and it's pretty even at the moment, with most of the play happening in the middle. Great atmosphere at Ellen Road. It usually is, though, isn't it, to be fair? Manuel Lanzini is robbed in the middle by Scott McTominay. Cristiano Ronaldo tries to find Bruno Fernandes, but Vladimir Kufal steps in to intercept. Fernandes doesn't give up, though, and wins it immediately back before Kufal catches him and gives away a free kick. Ronaldo's effort strikes the wall from the set piece before Mason Greenwood wins a corner. Mark Lawrenson says Jared Bowen just moved his feet a little bit late and then allowed a tackle to come in. It looked like it was going to be a really good breakaway. The game has been good so far. You can see West Ham have come to play. Well, they ain't coming there to sit on the ground and have a picnic, have they, Mark? Jesus Christ! Of course they've come there to play. What the fucking hell's he talking about? Brentford 0, Wolves 0. Brentford look lively, but Wolves are a threat at the break. The visitors handle a few minutes of pressure before counter-attacking down the left. Fabio Silva then cuts inside of the left, but his curling effort is comfortably wide and over. Right. So let's see what's happening. So all the games are still 0-0. It's about 10 minutes gone. Everton won the early kickoff by 1-0. And then later today, Southampton are taking on Manchester City at the St Mary's Stadium in Southampton. That should be a really entertaining game because Southampton have been scoring a lot of goals of late. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on against Manchester City. So yeah. So it looks like there's some more chats. Tony, just realised I haven't got a mullet, Warren. I thought you had a wig on, mate, like Arteta. And then get the free kick. Aussie Gooner says gets the free kick. West Ham need to compose themselves and press Man United. Are United sort of controlling the midfield battle? Because that's what it sounds like from what you're saying. Tony Blackwell says, as long as we can deal with United's attack, we seem to come alive in the second half. Well, hopefully, if West Ham get a chance, that they're going to take it. Hopefully, Mikel Antonio will bully the United defence. And something's been happening in one of the games. Let's go and check that out. Ronaldo's instructions. Simon Stone at Old Trafford says, after driving his free kick into the wall, Ronaldo was disappointed when Mason Greenwood went for the goal with the rebound. He indicated to the youngster he should have been looking to cross towards the far post, which just happened to be where he had gone. In fairness, he has scored a lot of goals, so he should know. Well, yeah, you're not going to argue with someone like Ronaldo, are you? You shouldn't be. If you're a youngster, you should be looking to learn from him. And then Leeds 0, Newcastle 0. A great save by Martin Dubravka. Rodrigo plays a brilliant ball into the box. Rafinha cuts it back for Dan James, whose shot is kept out by Dubravka. Momentum took James into Fabian Schär, and both are needing treatment. And then Cristiano Ronaldo's shot is blocked by Craig Dawson. Mikel Antonio goes charging down the other end, skips past Rafael Varane and is almost in the box before Harry Maguire stops him. I can't believe that person has embarrassed themselves by putting that. Has Ronaldo ever scored a free kick? Success rate must be very low. Fucking hell. Where do these people come from? Fucking hell. Has he ever scored a free kick? Are you having a laugh, pal? Jesus. Tony Blackwell, you guys cannot sit back, says Aussie Gooner. Antonio, great run. It sounds like it was, because he looks like he absolutely destroyed Rafael Varane. And Maguire had to barge him, says Aussie Gooner. Totally agree, the Aussie Gooner. Can't allow United that much space, otherwise they could beat a pace. I think, Tony, I think you could beat them quite comfortably, really. If they play like they have been in, like, up until the form dipped, then I think you could win this game 2-0, 3-1. I really do. But it depends. It all depends how West Ham play. Because I thought just recently you'd started to find your form again. But I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't understand what's going on at West Ham. I don't know whether they're getting tired again like they did last season or what's going on. So let's have a look at the scores, because I've got a feeling there's no... Yeah, it's still 0-0. So what I'm going to do, I am just going to see what's going on in the other games. So here we go. So in the Championship, earlier today it finished Bristol City 3, Cardiff City 2, Nottingham Forest 2, Derby 1 in the big East Midlands derby. Birmingham City 0, Barnsley 0, Blackpool 0, Millwall 0 so far. Coventry are losing 1-0 at home to QPR. Reading 1, Huddersfield 2. Stoke 1, Fulham 1. Let's see. Wright Phillips has scored for Stoke in that one. It's Ian Wright's grandson, I believe. And the mad thing about Stoke is they've got Ian Wright's grandson and Kevin Campbell's son playing in the same team. It's just crazy, isn't it? That really is mad. Right, in League One, there's only a couple of goals there. Accrington Stanley are 1-0 up at Ipswich. Wycombe Wanderers are 1-0 up at Morecambe. And Sheffield Wednesday are 1-0 up against Oxford United. And then Wigan are 1-0 up at home to Gillingham. In League Two, earlier today, Swindon drew 1-1 with Bristol Rovers. And Barrow losing 1-0 at home to Mansfield Town. Forest Green Rovers are 1-0 up against Carlisle United. Harrogate Town are 1-0 up against Oldham. And yeah, that's it. That's about it, really. All these other games are all the non-league games. Yeah. So let's go back to the Premier League and see what's going on there. And it's nearly 20 minutes gone, and we've had no sending offs, we've had no bookings, and we've had no goals. So not going it's not going great today, is it? But never mind. So let's catch up with what's going on in the chat. Tony Blackwell says injuries done us last season. We lost Cresswell, Ogbonna, and Antonio. We missed out on Champions League. Yeah, you did. I agree with you, Warren. West Ham United have to press this lot and hold them in their third. Tony, your lot need to start the overloading. This year has been Cresswell, Ogbonna, and Zuma. Now they are back early, so we have more of a chance of improving again. A couple of new signings could lift the team, especially if they get a striker. Do you think, Tony, that they're going to get the rat from Man United? What's his name? The one that looks like a rat. He's been at West Ham before. The England international guy. What was his name? Jesus, my memory's terrible. I know who he is. I can see his face in my head, but I just can't remember his name. And he was at West Ham last season, and he did really well for you as well. But anyway, the Aussie Gooner can't disagree with that. It's frightening at times how we are in the first half games. Lingard, that's it. Yeah, Jesse Lingard. Do you think you're going to get him? Do you reckon he'll come back to West Ham? And do you reckon you'll be able to get him on a permanent deal, or do you reckon it'll be another loan? Because I heard that Newcastle were trying to get him as well, but I think the deal fell through. And I also heard as well this morning that Eddie Howe was voicing frustration about the lack of transfer activity at Newcastle. So I don't know. And Simon Stone says Ronaldo miss. What's he saying about that? So he says Ronaldo miss. I'm not entirely sure what happened then. Cristiano Ronaldo had plenty of time to see the flight of the ball. Then the chance looked like an inviting one, but he never got his head on it. Strange. Very strange. But there you go. And he's having a go at youngsters about not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, God. Oh, dear. The refs are in Man United's pockets. You'd think Ferguson was back. What you reckon, Tony? Good question, Aussie Gooner. Very good question. And Tony Blackwell says, can't see United selling to us due to league position. I wouldn't mind him back at West Ham. Knowing Gold and Sullivan, they will wait until final day, stroke hours of the transfer window to do any business. Yes, a lot of clubs do that, don't they? I think that's what Arsenal are playing at as well. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. I just don't understand how it is that you can allow players to leave the club but not have a replacement already in place. We had 5 players to go out on loan, and yet we haven't bought anyone in. I just don't get it. And then you're having to put players in on the bench for a League Cup semi-final who got on a plane at 4:30 in the morning and flew from Africa, and then to play in a game. So he must have had that lad, Thomas Partey. Presumably, he would have had to get to the airport 2 hours before the flight was due to leave. So that would have meant he would have had to left about. He would have had to have been there about 2:30 because the flight left at 4:30, right? Which means he probably, God knows, at least he would have to leave wherever he was staying about 1:30 in the morning, if not earlier, right? To get there. Do you reckon that he had any sleep at all the night before? And there he is having to play in a League Cup semi-final. Honestly, I just do not understand the logic behind that. I just can't. I can't work that out. I just think, where is the sense in doing that? And then he's on the pitch 10 minutes and gets sent off. It's crazy. And Tony Blackwell says, at Nossie Gooner, it's John Moss. They needn't say any more than that. John Moss. Dear. So there you go. Right. Okay. I really don't understand what that's supposed to mean. I can't even say your name. I'm really sorry. That person. The name starts with looks like an E. It looks like it's either Russian or Bulgarian language, but I ain't got a clue. I'm sorry, my friend, but if you want to put another chat in and tell me what that's all about, I really don't know. Tony Blackwell says that's your manager. Plays Partey, who was nowhere near match ready. But then again, he plays Xhaka, Emil Smith Rowe when both played and burnt out. Hey, it's crazy. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse. Warren, it's looking like West Ham may score. Good. Well, I say good. I mean, for us, I think probably a draw is going to be the best result. But I don't want United winning, because I think if they win, it's going to give them such a massive boost to their confidence, and they could kickstart their season. The Aussie Gooner says, Warren, it's the Arsenal way. Absolute stupidity. Mate, there's this fella. What's his name? Curtis Shaw, right? And he has this expression. I absolutely love it. And he goes, if it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it, right? And he's fucking spot on. If it makes sense, then Arsenal will not do it. Honestly, I just don't get it. It's fucking mad. Oi, I know it's your channel, but we can't have sentences like that being said, says Tony Blackwell. Yeah, well, listen, Arsenal has to be my priority, my friend. I'm sorry. And it's better for us if that game ends in a draw. But I don't want United winning. So it's either draws first choice, West Ham wins second choice, and I don't want Man United winning, because if they win, then I just think it could be it could be a bad thing, man. It could be, because it's going to give him so much confidence. And the Aussie Gooner says the party move was a shambles, mate. What can I say? Did you see him sat on the bench? He looked like he was absolutely shattered. Honestly. "100% Aussie Gooner," says Tony Blackwell. Listen, right? I remember once I've been in Scotland visiting relatives, right, for the weekend, and it was before the time of cheap, like, flights and whatnot. You know, the Easy Jets and all them. And I travelled back on an overnight train from Glasgow. Where did I get the train from? I think it was from Glasgow. And I had to go into work that day. People were getting on the train at Peterborough at 4:30 in the morning, having to go to work. And they were all really lively, laughing and joking. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, 4:30 in the morning. What is the fucking matter with you? 4:30. What are you doing? And I remember about 4:30 in the afternoon, I was sitting there at my desk and I just fell asleep. Next thing I know, I could hear this chuckling, and I looked up and I could see all these people looking at me and laughing. These are my colleagues. Jesus. Right, I've got to start learning the new language. Mate, I'm learning Polish. What are you talking about? No, that's funny. That is funny. Tony Blackwell, ha ha, Warren. Well said, diplomat. Laugh out loud, Aussie Gooner. I want United to get taken down a notch. Yet, listen, the thing that worries me is if they win this game, it's going to give them so much bloody confidence that they will, it's going to kickstart their season. And if that happens, it's going to be a big problem for us. Reason why Arsenal won't do anything that makes sense is because all they want to do is make dollars more and laugh out loud. Mate, I think you're spot on there, Faddy. Everything they do is centered around making a Yankee dollar. It is. I mean, look at that bloody training kit that they bought out on the day of the League Cup semi-final. What a shambles that is, by the way. Like, they had mannequins modelling it on the Arsenal website. It looks like it. Well, it is. It's actually exactly the same design as what you can find on the seating in the London Underground. I don't know if you've ever been here, Rossi Gooner, in the UK, but in London on the tube, that is what the material that is on the seats on the tube, and depending on which line you go on, it changes slightly, but more or less it's what it looks like on every one. It's just the colours are a little bit different on each one. And honestly, that training kit looks awful. Imagine looking at that if you were drunk. Jesus, it would be. It's too much, man. Right, so let's get back to the football and see what's going on. So it's still 0-0 in all the games, and there's half an hour gone, over half an hour gone, and we haven't even had one goal. Mate, this is madness. Dear me. So let's see what's going on with the match stats. Because I know, Aussie Gooner, you like your match stats, don't you? The same as what I do. So let's have a look. let's have a look at the Brentford Wolves game and see what's been going on there. Right, so there you go. We've got Brentford have had 57% possession. They've had 3 shots, and both of them have had 3 shots on goal, but neither of them have had a shot on target in half an hour. This game sounds it's an absolute snore fest. And Brentford have had 2 corners. Wolves have had none. Brentford have committed 1 foul, and Wolves have committed none. And that game looks like it's an absolute bloody snore fest. Let's go to Ellen Road and see how that game's going, the Leeds Newcastle game. So look at this. Leeds have had 67% possession. Leeds have had 4 shots, 1 on target. Newcastle have had 7 shots, 1 on target. Leeds have had 3 corners, and Newcastle have had 2. And Leeds have committed 1 foul and Newcastle 2. So this one doesn't look much better either. And Newcastle just committed another foul. And yeah, so this one doesn't look like it's much better either, really. Let's go to Old Trafford and see what's going on there. Surely this one's got to be a bit better. Right, okay, so this one looks a bit more like it. Man United have got 54% possession, and West Ham have got 46. Man United have had 5 shots, West Ham have got 1. Neither of them have had a shot on target, though. Oh, God. And Man United have had 1 corner, West Ham have had none. Man United have committed 3 fouls and West Ham have committed 4. But at least this one looks like it's a bit more competitive and a bit more evenly balanced, because the other 2 look like they were absolute snore fests. I can't lie. It looked shocking. So with 35 minutes gone, more or less, in each of the games, it's Brentford 0, Wolves 0, Leeds 0, Newcastle 0, Manchester United 0, West Ham 0. So let's have a look, see if we can see the table, see if that's had any impact. Now, if it stays like this, Man United are going to move up to 5th. Right, and we're going to move down to 7th. West Ham will be in 4th. And yeah, so that could potentially have quite a big impact on the league table if it stays like this. But yeah, so there you go. Let's see if we can get the text thing up. Jesus, can you guys see that? Apparently, Brentford and Wolves players have been taken off the pitch because of a drone. And apparently the drone is still there, according to Gary Rose and Emma Sanders at the Brentford Community Stadium. So what's that all about? Ronaldo trying to dive for a penalty. What a mug. Yeah, man. I'd like to see. I'd like to see him having a proper scrap. Honestly, some of these players, man. And the Aussie Gooner says, "Come on, Newcastle." Leeds nil, Newcastle nil, and Newcastle are enjoying a decent spell of possession at the moment. Joe Willock runs at the Leeds defence, loses the ball, but Joel Linton picks it up and has got a goal, but his shot is blocked. Man United nil, West Ham nil. Mikel Antonio is working hard up front for West Ham. He tries to sneak in behind here, but it will roll through to David De Gea. So what's Mark Lawrenson? What madness is he coming out with now? Mark Lawrenson agrees with you, Aussie Gooner. He says, Man United nil, West Ham nil. There was the slightest of contacts, and if that was a penalty, the game was gone. And there you go. None other than Mark Lawrenson agrees with you, mate. So there you are. Right, so Brentford nil, Wolves nil. What the hell's going on at Brentford? Mark Scott from Match the Day says, surreal scenes here as the drone stops play. Referee Peter Banks took the players off as soon as it was spotted overhead, as Premier League rules state. And now everyone is looking to the sky to see where the unidentified flying object has gone, while Banks and the officials have a lengthy chat just when you think you've seen it all in football. Yeah, well, maybe it was the grey aliens coming to abduct a few of the players. Maybe they wanted to put a probe in them or something. Alistair McGowan's bigging up the Newcastle Leeds game. He said this is turning into a cracking game. Newcastle has found their feet a bit, even if Rafinha has pulled Dummett on toast. Joe Willock is showing his quality with some good ball carrying and link-up play with Kieran Trippier. Most of Ellen Road then rose to its feet to applaud Dan James. He sprints the length of the field to stop a Newcastle counter-attack when it was 2-on-2. And they like that kind of graft in Yorkshire. Yeah, and they also like throwing coins at opposition goalkeepers as well. A big blow for Newcastle just for half-time because Joel Linton is down injured. He gets up to his feet eventually, but he's limping. So he's been replaced by Sean Longstaff. Jared Bowen tries to skip past Alex Telles, but the Man United defender gets just enough on it. Fred searches for Mason Greenwood afterwards, but the pass is overcooked. So there you go. Ronaldo is born offside, laugh out loud, says the Aussie Gooner. It seems like it, doesn't it? I don't know. I think he's done, man. I don't know. I'm wondering whether he should fucking hang his boots up, to be honest. Aussie Gooner says, blooming drone, what the hell? It's just, honestly, you couldn't make this up, could you? Fucking drones and it's just unreal. I'd love to see Ronaldo v Keown, says the Aussie Gooner. Mate, Martin Keown would have absolutely killed him. He would have done. Well, that's if he could have caught him, obviously. Still. So it must be getting near half time now, surely, because it's coming up here about 3:45. Yeah, so the Brentford game is stuck on 33 minutes, but the other two, it's Leeds 0, Newcastle 0, 44 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, West Ham 0, 40 minutes gone there. So, yeah, it'll be half time soon, but I'm not going to lie, it's not been great, has it? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that United West Ham game on my phone so I can see what's going on, because this is awful. Here we go. Let's turn the volume down. And it's an advert. Fantastic. So the game must have finished for half time, surely. And so yeah, so United West Ham game has finished for half time. Oh my God. West Ham United nearly had a goal. There you go. That would have put the cat amongst the pigeons, that's for sure. Leeds 0, Newcastle 0, that's nearly half time as well. Brentford game is still stuck on 33 minutes. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look and see if we can see the other. The scores in some of the other games up and down the country. And look, there it is, guys. There is the drone, the offending drone. I'm not being funny, but that looks like a fucking insect. Look at it. I mean, look at it. It looks like an insect. Looks like an animal of some description. So, okay, here we go. So the halftime scores in the Championship: it's Birmingham City 1, Barnsley 0, Blackpool 0, Millwall 0, Bournemouth 0, Hull City 0, Coventry 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Reading 3, Huddersfield Town 3, Sheffield United 3, 0, Luton Town 0, Stoke 1, Fulham 2, Swansea City 0, Preston North End 0, and West Bromwich Albion 0, Peterborough United 0. So in League One, it's Burton Albion 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Cambridge United 1, Crewe Alexander 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Fleetwood Town 0, Ipswich 1, Accrington Stanley 1, Milton Keynes Dons 0, Doncaster Rovers 1, Morecambe 1, Wickham 1, Oxford United 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Plymouth Argyle 1, Lincoln City 0, Rotherham United 0, Cheltenham 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Sunderland 1, Portsmouth 0, and Wigan Athletic 2, Gillingham 0. And in the top 3 leagues, there's only one side who scored more than 1 goal by the looks of it, and that's Wigan. No, sorry, tell a lie. Fulham have as well. There's 2-1 up at Fulham, at Stoke, sorry. And Reading and Huddersfield have scored 3 apiece. But other than that, no one. That is mad. So in League 2, it's Barrow 1, Mansfield Town 2, Crawley Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0, Forest Green Rovers 1, Carlisle United 0, Harrogate Town 1, Oldham Athletic 0, Hartlepool United 0, Stevenage 0, Leyton Orient 0, Port Vale 0, Rochdale 0, Bradford City 0, Salford City 0, Colchester United 2, Scunthorpe United 0, Newport County 0, Sutton United 0, Northampton Town 0, and Walsall 0, Exeter City 1. So there you go, guys. That's all the halftime scores. And the halftime whistle has gone now at Ellen Road and Manchester United, Old Trafford. And both games are standing at 0-0. And then the Brentford Wolverhampton Wanderers game is still at 0-0. So there's obviously still an issue with that drone. So I wonder how long they're going to give it before they call it off. Because we can't be waiting all day for them to get the game going again. It's just a bit weird. No, there's more footage of it there. Oh, and it's restarting again. The Brentford Wolves game has restarted after all the issues with the drone. So there you go. It's just hit the half, and Man United are going to be demoralised due to all the possession and no goals. Yeah, good. Be right back, Warren, says the Aussie Gooner. No problem, buddy. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks very much for coming in as well, obviously. It's been great to see you. I just wish there'd been a bit more drama. Mark Lawrenson says, a shot would be a result. Half-time, Man United 0, West Ham 0. Mark Lawrenson. It's competitive, but both teams are very respectful of each other. But there are so many passes going backwards. It just allows people to file in, and it is very hard to play passes between the lines. It's quite an interesting game when you see the two teams going at it, but a shot would be a result. Jesus, that must be so bad. All these games are absolute snore fests. It's terrible. And then Brentford 0, Wolves 0. The fourth official holds up 19 minutes of stoppage time. Jesus. Are you having a laugh? 19 minutes. We've had 26 minutes. We've had 26 minutes in total of stoppage time in this game. Both Matthias Jensen and Rico Henry have been stitched up too. Neither have had to go to a hospital, which is good news. Blimey. What a carry on. And that's the Brentford Wolves game. Alistair McGowan says, he's commenting on the Leeds Newcastle game. No goals, but a very decent game. Leeds very much on top early on, but Newcastle come back into it as the half finished. Both goalkeepers have kept it goalless with fine saves. As one Leeds fan shouted shortly before the break, "Come on, give it to Rafa." If Newcastle can stop that supply line, they might have a chance. Brentford 0, Wolves 0. Fabio Silva has a glorious chance on the half volley, but he fires it just wide of the far post. The flag is up anyway, but that was another dangerous attack from Wolves. So, I'm just checking something, guys. So it's still half time. So Brentford 0, Wolves 0. Wolves are moving it around nicely. Leander Dendonka, João Moutinho, and Ruben Neves all getting touches. Daniel Podence eventually sends it long, but Brentford heads it away. And Tony Blackwell says, "Ha, Warren, how do you think you fare against Burnley tomorrow? Or is Arteta looking for an excuse to call the game off because they got beat in the week?" Mate, it wouldn't surprise me if he pulled that stunt. It really wouldn't. But Burnley have had so many games called off. I would be surprised if it happened. I really would. But I think Arsenal will win by 1-0 or 2-0. But I think it's going to be hard work, that game tomorrow. I really do. Dave says, "Tony, put the kettle on, laugh out loud." Someone needs to do something, mate, because this is an absolute snot-fest. It's terrible. I think it's the worst one we've ever had on here. Since I've been doing this, I think this is the worst one. I'm just going to randomly start doing stuff just to cause a bit of excitement and a bit for a laugh. Laugh out loud, Taib. How do you take yours? Plenty of water in the kettle. The red kettle said to the yellow kettle that said to the green kettle, "How do you like your tea?" "Well, I like my tea." Dear me. At least, Taib, you haven't come out with any of your jokes yet today. Taib says, laugh out loud, Tony. This is the worst era of Premier League football. Well, it certainly is today, mate. That's for sure. It's been absolutely shocking. I'm waiting for you to put one of your dodgy jokes in the chat, Taib. Jesus Christ. 14 minutes worth of stoppage time. That's mad. And the other games are still 0-0 as well. Honestly, it's an absolute snorefest. Tony Blackwell puts in laughing emojis. Fair play to you, Tony. Taib, how can you say that when you watch Arsenal? That's a very good question, Taib, and one that I want to hear you answer. Johnny, I didn't even watch Arsenal on Thursday. Fuck that shite. How can you not watch it, Taib? Yeah, I know we were dog shit, but how did you know that we were going to be dog shit? Because first 10-15 minutes, they played with a lot of energy. Now, I don't think they played particularly well in that time, but they certainly played with a lot of energy and high tempo. And the Aussie Gooner says, we ain't losing to Burnley. I just previewed that. It's David v Goliath, mate. Mate, that preview was fucking bang on. I loved what you said. I ain't comparing the goalkeeper, the defenders, midfielders, strikers. There's no fucking point. Because Arsenal are superior to them in every single department. Arsenal ain't losing that game. They ain't. You're absolutely right. They sold their best attacking threat to Newcastle. I just think that was a fucking masterstroke by Newcastle. I really do. Because it's weakened one of their big rivals a stroke. And who, if I was at Burnley, I would want to know who sanctioned that deal. Because it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever for you to weaken yourself like that and strengthen one of your rivals. Honestly, because they're in the bloody dogfight with Newcastle. What are they doing? What possessed them to do that? I just don't get it. Anyway, onwards and upwards, as they say. This is dire. It really is fucking awful. Right, I'm gonna see if I can get this game on my phone because this is shocking. Hold on, let's do this again. I thought this United West Ham game would be really exciting game with like plenty of drama, goal mouth action. But it's been awful. But mind you, they all have. Right, here we go. Looks like someone's just taken a goal kick. So what's going on? Right, United have got the ball on the right hand side. They're driving at the West Ham defence. Slips the ball forward and it rolls back to the West Ham keeper. I don't even know who half these players are, to be quite frank. Especially when I'm watching it on an iPhone. Can't even make out who they are half the time and just see the colours. I can see that United are bussing around the West Ham defence. Oh, that was a good shot. Who was it who had that shot? That was in the 49th minute. Who's that joker? I've never seen him before. It's a corner to United. The ball comes in and it's headed clear. And West Ham are on the breakaway here. And it's played down the left-hand side. And Mikel Antonio sends in the cross, but too deep and high for any West Ham players to pick it up. So there you go. And Tony Blackwell says Newcastle did their homework, triggered the release calls, and Burnley could do nothing. Fair play to them. Yeah, I think it was absolute masterstroke. Really. I didn't realise there was a release clause involved, though, because, yeah, like you say, there was nothing they could do if that's the case. But losing your main attacking threat to one of your main rivals, that's really bad. My dog can do magic tricks. It's a Labrador. Oh, here we go. Mind you, I didn't ask for it. That's it, Warren. We cannot be beat by that lot, and to sell Woods to Newcastle is foolishness. It is. I just think it was a masterstroke. Warren, both United teams showing too much respect, both counter-attacking each other, and United have started off well in the second half. They look like it. They look like they're really energised. And the Aussie Gooner says scary corners. And then for all that quality on the pitch, Manchester United are looking flat. Yeah, well, you have to question what's going on in the dressing room, don't you, with that? Because how come they're not motivated? If they're flat, it means they're not motivated. So how can they not be motivated? Do you know what I mean? You're playing for one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club in the world, and you're not motivated. Jesus. It baffles me. Yeah, Warren, 25 million release clause for Woods. See, yeah, I didn't realise that, because that is a masterstroke. Well, they just paid that and said, yeah, sorry, Newcastle, we're taking him. Fred, says the Aussie Gooner. Because I was sitting there thinking, who is that geezer? West Ham on the attack down the left-hand side. And the ball Well, it's gone out for a corner. Well, why get a slap? Know yourself, son. Nice one. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be marking that Mikel Antonio, that's for sure. He looks a right handful. And Jared Bowen nearly scored there, sent in a really nice shot, but just the wrong side of the post. Tony Blackwell says corner West Ham, and the Hammers corners says Aussie Gooner, and United cannot defend them. Yeah, they look really poor, like defensively, I have to say. They've got plenty of numbers back, but they still don't look convincing to me. Tony Blackwell says side netting. Wow, I thought that was in. Well, that's what I thought when I saw it. I thought it went in. I thought, no, I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm going to wait and see for sure before I let out a yell. So it's still 0-0 in all the games. Jesus, it's terrible. Whoa. And Maguire, that was a bad tackle, man. Yeah, he's getting booked. Rightly so as well. Yeah, that looks a bad one. Yeah, he caught him. No, that was bad. Leeds 0, Newcastle 0. Dan James weaves his way into the area and sends a quick low ball to the back post, but there's no one there. Leeds are making the right moves in their build-up, but just missing that understanding in the final third. Yeah, so it looks like Leeds are playing quite well, but they just can't find that final killer touch up front. And here we go, guys. There's some drama at last. Some drama at last. Your book, son. And what it is, it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card for Harry Maguire for that tackle, and that led to West Ham getting a free kick. And now United have got a corner. The ball comes in. Oh, and it's headed just over the far corner of the goal from Rafael Varane. And Dion Dublin is hinting that United have upped the tempo and playing with a lot more pace and energy. It looks right, really. They do look quite energised, but I think both teams have looked quite energised, really, since I've started watching it. And the ball's back with the United defence. And slowly playing it around at the back. And then trying to move the ball forward. That looks like it's gone out of play to me. But the referee says no. The referee and the linesman said no. Ball goes into the West Ham penalty area, but West Ham clear it. Falls to the edge of the West Ham midfield and is back in United's possession now. They're into the penalty area, but the ball meanders out harmlessly for a goal kick. Mark Lawrenson's at it again. It was a foul and a booking. It was not when Harry Maguire first caught Jared Bowen, but it was for the follow through. So there you go. Some more comments. The Aussie Gooner says, I question these players and not the manager. This lot are not devoted. The shot you were talking about earlier was Fred. Thank you, Aussie Gooner. Agent Maguire fouls and gets a yellow. Yeah. Aussie Gooner, most of them are not. Look at Luca Digne today. He had no respect for Everton fans, so no loyalty to any club. Disrespectful. Yeah, if you go back to your old club like that, you've got to show it a bit more respect, haven't you, really? I mean, Aussie Gooner says art, peace and United cannot defend these either. Tony Blackwell, you're spot on. It's all cash. Tony Blackwell says Aussie Gooner, most of them are not. Look at the... Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Now I get it. Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely all about the money, especially these players. That's all they're interested in. Tony Blackwell says, absolutely, Aussie Gooner. Ronaldo is disgusted with the players around him and cannot link up with this lot. Oh, Aussie Gooner, I forgot to tell you, I told this guy called Diesel Arsenal about you. He used to be one of the presenters on the Claude and the Bansters channel, and I recommended your channel to him and said that he should try and get you on sometime to have a chat about Arsenal. Yeah, so hopefully he'll get in touch with you, I guess. But anyway, yeah, he's got a really, really good channel, so go and check him out. It's really good. And I've told him about you as well and a couple of others. So hopefully he'll get you on, mate, because it'd be pretty wild to have you and him chewing the fat about Arsenal, that's for sure. Be good viewing. Yeah, but as long as you don't start going on about the cricket, though, mate, that's the only thing. Rashford is in, Warren. Yep. Yeah, I thought I spotted him. Declan Rice isn't happy. Lanzini's getting booked by the looks of it. Right. Okay. So the West Ham keeper's got the ball. And Mark Lawrenson says slowly the game is starting to open up a bit. Hopefully soon we'll get a goal. But and here we go. Here we go, more drama. Finally, your book, son. And this one is Marcus Rashford is giving it straight away on the left. He runs into Vladimir Kufal. West Ham tried to send Mikel Antonio on his way, but it won't reach him. Declan Rice then holds back Rashford as Man United come at them again, and it's a booking. There you go. So that's what I wondered if that's what Declan Rice was getting so upset about, but I wasn't really sure, to be honest. But let's see if there's been any goals in the other games. No, it's still Brentford 0, Wolves 0, Leeds United 0, Newcastle 0, and Manchester United 0, West Ham 0. And we've had 65 minutes gone, and Brentford and Wolves is now half time. Right, I need to get the charger out from my phone. So it looks like something's happened there. Mark Lawrenson again. He's been very active today, Mark Lawrenson. It looks as if Marcus Rashford on for Antonio Alanga is like for like, with him coming inside from the left. I do really feel as if he is one of the players who seems to have lost his way over the last 6 months to a year, says Mark Lawrenson. And West Ham driving at the United defence there. And they're driving forward again, West Ham, looking for a winner. Looks like Maguire's given away another free kick. So Tony Blackwell says, can't see a goal coming yet, Warren. You may get your wish. Warren, you're a gentleman, mate, says the Aussie Gooner. Maybe sometimes I think I'm too much, mate. I really do. Seriously, mate, you're a gem, Warren. Thank you, sir. Warren, do you reckon Modern day players want the money, but at the same time expect the patience of the club and fans when they don't perform. 100%, mate. 100%. That's what I think. Bowen is looking so dangerous. Yeah, they keep. West Ham look like they're really. To me, they look really fired up. And I think they look the better side to me, to be honest, from what I've seen. They're just not having that much luck, really. West Ham are wasting their set pieces. You would have got another one now, just inside the United half on the left-hand side. Let's see what they do with this. Get played into the box. Mikel Antonio nods it forward. The final ball into the box is not that great, I have to say, from West Ham. Yeah, it's the quality of the final ball from West Ham looks a bit lacking, to be honest. And they're making the change, the substitution for West Ham. Number 24 is coming on. Don't know who that is. Problem is, I'm watching this on my phone on a Turkish TV station. So the text I can't even understand the text. Oh, something else has happened at Brentford. What the hell? Brentford 0, Wolves 0. Oh wow, I went early with the kickoff. The officials have got a communication problem, so they've had to delay kickoff by a few seconds. What is going on? Oh my god! Just pack it up and go home. Fucking hell! What a nightmare! It's embarrassing. So all the games are still sitting 0-0. 67 minutes gone, the Leeds Newcastle game, and it's still 0-0. Manchester United 0, West Ham 0, and 71 minutes gone there. And Edison Cavani sitting on the bench. Sorry, but I don't get that. I think he's absolutely fantastic, that Edison Cavani. How the hell he can't get a start? I just don't get it. I know they've got Ronaldo as well, but surely they can find a system where they can play the both of them. Like 4-4-2 maybe. Who knew? That looks a bit iffy. Ronaldo, look at him. He's absolutely fuming. He's having a go at the fella on the floor as well, waving his fucking finger at him. Jesus, if that was me, I'd get up and fucking deck the cunt. I would. I'd get up and I'd absolutely deck him. Does he think he is? Honestly, that's shocking. In a football match which is taking place, Ryan Fredericks is on for Vladimir Kufal. What? These people, sometimes they put the maddest things in here. Leeds 0, Newcastle 0. Oh, as close as Leeds have come. Jack Harrison skips a couple of challenges on the edge of the Newcastle box. He shot his block, but the ball leaps up to Dan James at the far post, but he can only prod the ball to a grateful Martin Dubravka. There's some breaking news. And team news is in for Southampton against Man City. Southampton make 3 changes following their defeat at Wolves. Cole Walker-Peters, Stuart Armstrong and Shay Adams coming into the side. The Anko, Nathan Teller and Ibrahim Diallo make way for the hosts. So the Southampton 11 is Forster, Walker-Peters, Salisu, Bednarik, Perard, Romu, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, Redmond, Adams and Broca. Ruben Dias returns in defence in place of John Stones as Manchester City just make one change to the side that beat Chelsea 1-0 last week. Why West with a winning formula? That's what the guy from the BBC is questioning. And the Man City 11 is Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, Silva, De Bruyne, Sterling, Grealish, and Foden. So there you go. What do you guys think about the Southampton Man City game? I think it's going to be 3-2 to Man City, but what do you lot think? Newcastle picking up injuries, not when you need, when you're down at the bottom, struggling. Now Jamal Lascelles hobbles off with Kieran Clark replacing him. And still 0-0 in all 3 games. The second half has recently got underway at the Brentford Community Stadium as well. So let's see what's going. Tony Fredericks, Warren. Okay. Thank you, Tony. And Laugh Out Loud, Clumped Dawson. Warren, what do you think about Nipple goal? Are you having a laugh, Tony? Is that his name? Nipple? Surely not. You're having a wind up, mate. Well, what I've seen of the fellow who's playing in goal for West Ham, whatever his bloody name is, it looks fairly decent. Is it? He's not first choice though, surely, is he? The Aussie Gooner. That's our Warren. Turkish, Polish, and Russian. He can speak it all. Mate, I'm telling you, I speak Spanish. I can speak a little bit of German and Serbo-Croat as well. And that's not a joke. I can actually get it. So there you go. Just a bit of a light-hearted information for you. Vielleicht ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. And what else can I say to you? I don't know. And Aussie Gooner Warren's an international linguist, legend, laugh out loud. Yes, something like that. James Bond 007, License to Kill. And yeah, we got another one, another Bulgarian one or Russian one. Look, what's that all about? Anyway, sorry, mate. I don't know what that's all about. If you want to explain yourself and put another one in, that's fine. Tony Blackwell says, Ariola Warren, laughing emojis. There you go. Warren, who's necking? Are you gonna brock and laugh out loud? Mikel Arteta. And it's a goal! Jesus! Mary and Joseph, there's a goal. And it's come at the Brentford Community Stadium, and it's been scored by Wolves by João Moutinho. So let's go down to the Brentford Community Stadium and check that out. And like I said, it's been scored by João Moutinho in the 48th minute, and it was assisted by Nelson Semedo. But they don't really seem to have that much. Oh, here we go. It's a beautiful goal, apparently. Ruben Neves finds João Moutinho in space in the middle. He plays a quick 1-2 with Nelson Semedo, then strikes it into the far corner with the outside of his boot. So there you go. And you'd have to say that he's given current form that Brentford are going to find it difficult to get themselves back into this game. And there's been another goal. Another goal. And oh my God, it's going goal crazy. This one, folks, has come at Ellen Road. And it's gone to the visitors, to Newcastle United. It's Leeds United 0, Newcastle United 1. And it's been scored by John Joe Shelby in the 75th minute. So there you go. Wow. Yeah, and it is. The BBC is saying it's a big goal, and yeah, it is. So there you go. We've got a couple of goals at long last. And looks like there's some drama at Old Trafford as well. Man United 0, West Ham 0. Bruno Fernandes has a shot which goes over, and he's furious with himself. Rafa Varane is down, injured now after landing awkwardly in an aerial duel with Mikel Antonio. So what's going on there? And Alistair McGowan from the BBC Sport is saying, massive goal for Newcastle, and Eddie Howe knows it, as John Joe Shelby heads over to his manager to celebrate. The Newcastle fans know it too. Their flares are lit, the shirts are off, but can they hang on? We've been here before. Yeah, we have. We were here last week. Same thing happened. They didn't hang on, did they? So let's look at the table, see what that means for the Premier League table. And Manchester United are still sitting in 5th. Tottenham are in 6th. Arsenal are in 7th. Wolves are in 8th. And let's see what it means for the bottom. So Newcastle, I've moved. If it stays like this, Newcastle will move on to 15 points. They'll be 1 point behind Norwich City in 17th. They'll be 1 point ahead of Watford on 14, and they will be 4 points ahead of Burnley, who are bottom. So if they can hang on to this, it'll give them some hope that they're able to get themselves out of that relegation zone. But as the guy said, we've been here before, so let's just wait and see what happens. Right, so let's get back here. Oh my goodness. And there's a lot of chats here. Aussie Gooner says Bowen is looking so dangerous and that West Ham are wasting the set pieces. Varane might be injured. Fredericks Warren. Laugh out loud, clumped door. I think I've read these. Yeah, I have. Yeah, okay. Aussie Gooner says, God help Southampton. 4-0 City. I can see that happening, but I do think that Southampton will get a couple because they've been scoring quite freely of late. But City, you can't bet against them, can you? They're just so good. Brentford can go do one. They are going down, says Taib. Do you think they're going to go down, Taib? Aussie Gooner says Varane is out. Again, he's like the new Abu Dhabi. Yeah, man. I remember that night he got injured up at Sunderland. Jesus Christ. That was horrific, that challenge on him. And how that fella got away with that, I really don't know. It's absolutely disgusting. Tony Blackwell, can Newcastle hold on to a lead? Well, that's the big question, isn't it? Because we've had this a couple of times now where they've gone into a lead and not been able to hold on to it. And Aussie Gooner says, I can see Man United getting a dodgy penalty. Yeah, well, it'd be typical, wouldn't it, if they were to do that? But it looks like we're going to have a West Ham corner. And it looks like it's only West Ham's second corner of the game. Tony Blackwell says, Cavani on. That's bad news for West Ham, mate. I'm sorry. I think he's quality. And Souček nearly scored, didn't he? Ball came in. Good header. Oh, just wide of the far post. That was unlucky. If Mikel Antonio had stretched, you'd have to think that he might have got a touch on the moment. It's too far away from him. Tony Blackburn. Sorry, Tony. I keep calling you that. Tony Blackwell says, wouldn't be surprised, Aussie Gooner. Aussie Gooner says, Manchester United just brought in Cavani and Martial. They are throwing the kitchen sink at them. Certainly looks that way, that's for sure. Man U chucking everyone on apart from the kitchen sink to get a win. Aussie Gooner says, Tony Blackwell laugh out loud. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably something to do with my childhood. Ha ha ha. Snap, Aussie Gooner. It's that Aussie bloody me, Aussie Gooner. Up Newcastle United, says the Aussie Gooner. Time for a scary corner. Tony Warren, Terry will be launching his own channel soon. Yeah, I saw that. Jesus. Oh, it'd be nice to see him back streaming again, though. I have missed his madness. All right, pop pickers. Yeah, exactly. I used to love that on the Harry Enfield show, that one where he did about the radio show. That used to make me laugh because it was so right the way he did that. Yeah, it was wild. But for me, his sidekick was even funnier. I used to really love the Paul Whitehouse and the old drunken man sitting in the armchair with a fucking bucket of brandy and him being pissed and like talking in incoherent speech. It was just absolutely hilarious. They'd be sitting there and me in a girl's dormitory. I don't think so. It was absolute quality. Fucking hilarious stuff. Smashy and nicey. Yeah, that's it. Smashy and nicey. And then the what was it? The name of the old fella in the big armchair with the goblet of brandy. Someone QC or something like that. It was absolutely hilarious. I think I'm gonna have to watch some of them episodes on YouTube tonight because it was absolutely hilarious. So let's catch up with the scores. Right, so it's Brentford 0, Wolves 0. There's an hour now gone in that game, and with 5 minutes to go, it's Leeds 0, Newcastle 0, and then we're in the last minute of normal time here at Old Trafford, and it's Manchester United 0, West Ham 0, and there's 3 minutes of added time to be played at Old Trafford. Good result for Arsenal if it stays as a draw, in my opinion. But United pushing forward now. We've got the ball on the edge of the West Ham penalty area and into the box, and the ball runs through to the West Ham keeper. Man United 0, West Ham 0. Mark Lawrenson says, nice bit of play by Man United. So that's now 2 shots and 2 saves. Is he being sarcastic? If I was a United fan, I'd be sitting there thinking, are you having a dig or what? Because I just think that's a bit fucking cheeky, to be honest. You can go right off people, with comments like that, laugh out loud. Tony, sorry, man. By the way, how is Terry? Is he all right? Oh, no! Fucking hell, no. United have just scored. Fucking hell. No! Rashford. Shit. So it's Man United 1, West Ham 0. No. Is it offside? That's offside, surely. He was offside. Yeah, he was offside. Surely that's got to be disallowed. Surely they're not going to allow that to stand. Fucking hell, man. So where's the VAR then? Because that was clearly offside. Fucking hell. And Tony Blackwell says, yeah, he's fine, busy working, mate. Yossi Gooner says, 1-0 Manchester United. Typical of Man United, says Tony Blackwell. Yossi Gooner says, shit. Exactly, man. Manchester United have done it. Yeah, the game's finished. It's 1-0 to United. Fucking hell. Shit. Exactly, man. Goal stands wrong. Can't deny Man U at Old Trafford. You never get out of the place alive. Yeah, it's a shithole, isn't it? Fucking can't stand them. Cavani looked offside, but he's done it now. He was. Do you know what I mean? It's a bad sniff of fucking corruption. Very bad whiff of corruption. I'm sorry, but it is. So, it's scores. It's Leeds 0, Newcastle 1. They're in the first minute of added time at Ellen Road. Man United 1, West Ham 0. It's finished. Let's have a quick look at the table. Hold on. Do this properly. Let's look at the Premier League table. Man United are up to 4th. That's what my worry is, you see. If they get into that 4th spot, that'll be it. You won't get them out of it. West Ham are 5th. Tottenham are 6th. Arsenal are 7th. And Wolves are 8th. And Newcastle up to 18th. Watford slipped to 19th. Burnley are in 20th. Yeah, that's not a good result. That's not a good result. It's a good result for United, to be fair, but not a good result for the rest of us. So Newcastle still 1-0 up at Ellen Road. And I still think that goal was offside. Definitely Cavani was offside. Tony Blackwell said, as you said, where's VAR? Well, that's what I want to know. And Taiba says, watch Arsenal slide, Warren, laugh out loud. I fucking hope not, mate. The problem is, I just think that he's going to get a new contract come what may. I just don't think. he could do anything, and they, do you know what I mean? Tony Blackwell says we held them, Warren, but you have to defend to the death. You do, but it's not much you can do when the opposition get a dodgy offside goal, is there? I mean, shocking. And on that note, I'm off to bed, lads. Thank you very, very much, Aussie Gooner, for coming on. I really appreciate it. Yeah, go and get some sleep, man. Fucking hell. Must be some mad hour of the morning out there, mate. Have a great have a great sleep, and look forward to seeing you again soon, buddy. And yeah, like I say, thanks very much for coming on. And as I said, anyone who's watching this and not checked out the Aussie Gooner, go and check him out because his channel's superb. Tony Blackwell says, take care, Aussie Gooner. Great talking to you. Looks like Newcastle getting 3 points. It certainly does, doesn't it? Stoke Fulham was the game. It's 3-2 to Fulham. Yeah, let's have a look at that then. Brentford 1, Wolves 1. Wow. Well, we know what that means. And even to Ivan Toney scored in the 71st minute there. And the league game at Leeds has finished. It's ended. Leeds United 0, Newcastle United 1. So let's have a look at the table. So, as I said, Man United have moved up to 4th. West Ham, Tottenham and Arsenal all moved down a place respectively. And Wolves are up to 8th. And then down the bottom, Newcastle move up to 18th. Watford slipped down to 19th. And Newcastle are now 1 point off 17th, which would take them outside the drop zone. So it's a good afternoon for Newcastle, it really is. So let's go back here. And let's talk about the GoonerClaude Trust. Make sure to go and check out the GoonerClaude Trust. And there's description there's a link in the video description. You can find out more about the work of the trust and the excellent work they do to give disadvantaged kids the opportunities to go to football matches at the Emirates Stadium. The trust was set up in memory of Claude from AFTV. So something that he was very passionate about and dear to his heart. So please go and check that out. And then other YouTube channels. Hold on. Let's just click off that a minute. And then the Old School Gunner YouTube channel. That's a great YouTube channel. Go and check him out. He's been supporting Arsenal since 1992. He discusses all things Arsenal and brings you insightful Arsenal content. Arsenal Alex brings you all things Arsenal, including instant match reactions. A great guy. He's got similar views to Arsenal as myself, so I get on really well with him, and I like his channel. I really do. I think it's superb. Drawn by Dre, he brings you top quality Arsenal related content, including his highly rated and excellent possession based podcast. The Aussie Gooner, who was in the chat with us again today, does brilliant videos, excellent in-depth analysis, and brings you all things Arsenal from an Aussie perspective. Let's just say he's very upfront about how he thinks about things. So he's a top lad. I really like him. And then Diesel Arsenal. It's the fastest growing new channel on YouTube. Diesel was a presenter on the Claude and the Bansters channel, one of the best channels on YouTube, in my opinion. And he discusses all things Arsenal, as well as the fact that he presents discussions on films, on dating, mental health, amongst other popular topics. So go and check all these channels out. Go and check out all the links they're in the video description. Just click on the link and it'll take you there, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So let's see what these other chats at. And we got another one of these Russian / Bulgarian ones, or Greek one. I don't know what bloody language that is, but still, never mind. The Aussie Goonie says, take it easy, Tony. Better luck next time. See you on. I will DM you on Insta. Yeah, do, mate. Thank you. I'd love to have a chat. Yeah, it'd be great to have a little natter, as long as it's not about the cricket. Just subscribe to your channel, Aussie Gooner. Big top man, Tony. Dan Evans. Hello, Warren, mate. Hi, mate. How are you? How you doing? You managed to escape from the prison? Or are you ain't been playing in the Australian Open, have you, Dan? There's a British tennis player called Dan Evans playing in the Australian Open, so I just wondered who it was you. That's all. Sorry, I could only catch you at the end. Don't worry, man. It's fine. Just realised I completely forgot to send in my predictions. Mate, it's too late now, buddy. Send me the ones in for tomorrow's games, and I'll make sure I put those ones in for you, all right? Don't worry about it. But moving forward, I'm going to do my preview shows on a Thursday and my review shows on a Tuesday. I think that's the best way, because then I can always make sure, come what may, that's when it's going to happen. It'll be consistent. None of this 1 week it's one day, the next week it's another day. It's just not going to work. So yeah, moving forward, they're going to be the review shows for the Premier League, predictions and what have you, will be on a Thursday, and the reviews will be on a Tuesday. Usually sort of mid to late afternoon, something like that. Dan Evans says, sorry. Don't worry about it, man. It's absolutely fine. Can't be helped. All right, he says. Can we just say I got all the games right? Good. Well, it was a good try, mate. That was a good try. I can't blame you for trying. So yeah, let's see if there's been any more. And there's another goal in the Brentford Wolves game. And it's Brentford 1, Wolves 2. So let's see who got that one. and Neves scored it for Wolves. And yeah, it was scored by Ruben Neves. So let's look at the table. And if it stays like this, it looks like Wolves are going to move on to 32 points. They'll be 3 points behind Arsenal, who are in 7th. And Man United are in 4th, as we know. So there you go. So quite dramatic day in some respects, but not in others. I mean, the football itself was a bit of a snore fest, to be quite honest, until the latter stages of the games. There was drama at Brentford because there was a drone turned up and the game got delayed for quite a long time. Hence why they're still playing the game now, and the other 2 games have finished. It's been quite a day really, and 2 late goals at Brentford, and we've got a bit of madness really. Worth a try. Exactly, mate. No harm in trying. What did the Arsenal game finish? It's tomorrow, mate. Arsenal, Burnley, they're playing it tomorrow. Let me just show you the fixtures for tomorrow so you can see. So tomorrow we've got, let me just see if I can make that a bit bigger. Right, so there you go. So tomorrow, 2 o'clock kickoffs is Arsenal against Burnley, Crystal Palace against Liverpool, Leicester against Brighton, and Chelsea against Tottenham. So send me those predictions in, Dan, and I'll give you scores based on those ones. All right. I hope that's all right. So there should be some interesting games there. I mean, myself, I'm going prediction for the Arsenal-Burnley game. I'm going 2-0 to Arsenal. Crystal Palace, Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win by 3-1. Leicester against Brighton. I think that will be 2-1 to Leicester. Chelsea against Tottenham. I think Chelsea will win that by 2-0. So, there you go, guys. That's what I think. One of the games in the National League got delayed by 30 minutes as they had to call an ambulance. Oh, no. Games are getting delayed left, right and centre. Well, I hope the reason they had to call the ambulance wasn't too serious, but the fact they had to call an ambulance tells me that it probably was. So I'm sad to hear that. Well, the Arsenal game is easy. Arsenal 0, Burnley 300. God, I hope not, mate. And we'll send them in tonight. Thank you. Right, well done today. Great show. Looking forward to catching up soon. I'm sure Diesel said he may do a watch along today. Right, okay. If he does, and then I will tune in and have a watch of that, which means that I better go and get ready in case he does. So, listen, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Please don't forget to put a like on the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And please try and share it around with other people if you can. That'd be really, really helpful and really kind of you. Also, please remember to look after each other and talk to each other and spread some love and kindness around the world. This difficult times that we're facing, despite what the government tells us about not wearing masks and whatever. I just think that's crazy, but still, I'm not the one that's making the rules. They called an ambulance because a player broke his arm and was making a fuss about it. Yeah, well, breaking your arm, what's that all about? Just fucking hold it, clutch it to your side, you get on with it, you big wuss. Jesus. Anyway, I just want to thank Dan Evans and the Aussie Gooner, Tony Blackwell, that Russian person or Bulgarian person, whoever they are, Tayyip Hussein, and another Russian or whatever person that is, and what else? Who else have we had? Anyone? Any more for any more? I think that's about it. I can't really remember. 3 Russian people or strange ones coming in my chat today. But everyone's welcome. As long as they're not abusive and they're not. And also to that Alice person, as long as they're not abusive and not a Mikel Arteta sexual. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. And I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Please take care. And yeah, so I'll speak to you all again really soon.